This video is done by professionals. Don't do anything you see on the video because YouTube will be mad.
Now, there's a lot of products out there that can take care of things like rooting or pests or mold, but not everything needs to be synthetic and not everything needs to be purchased from the store. So in this video, I'm going to break down one of the most slept on household items for your garden. Stay tuned. Now, if you're new here, my name is Rob and we talk all things herb. Today in particular, we're going to be going over a natural ingredient that you may or may not have in your house that can take care of all sorts of things in the garden. And this ingredient in particular is cinnamon. And not just any old cinnamon, it's got to be some good quality stuff. You don't need to spend an arm and a leg, but you need that Ceylon. Ceylon, Ceylon, Ceylon.
Because I spit hot fire.
Now, throughout this video, I'm going to go over 5 different things that you could use cinnamon for that'll really help you out and save you some money in the process. But first, real quick shout out to our sponsors.
I appreciate you.
AC Infinity, one of the leaders in the game when it comes to grow equipment. Whether it be lighting, ventilation, or a whole entire grow kit, AC Infinity's got your back. Use discount code CLtv at checkout at acinfinity.com or CLtv AC10 on Amazon. And also Seedsman. If you're looking for some dank genetics, Seedsman's got your back. Use discount code CLtv at checkout to save on your order. The first thing would be cloning. Believe it or not, you can use cinnamon to clone your plants. Now, some say this takes a little bit longer, but I tried it out myself, and honestly, it seems like it's taken just as long as my cloning gel. So essentially what we're gonna do is take a fresh cut and then take that clone and dip it directly into cinnamon powder. You wanna stick that dip cutting directly into your medium, whether it be rock wool, peat puck, soil, or directly into water. If you do water, you may need to change this every couple days, but this is something for myself I'm not doing. I'm using a cloner. Now, it took about 9 days to see some root growth, but when I did, it started to explode. Cinnamon is rich in antimicrobial compounds like cinnamaldehyde and eugenol, which protect these cuttings from pathogens that are commonly infecting open wounds such as Pythium, Fusarium, and Rhizoctonia. Now, these fungi are notorious for wiping out clones before roots even form. And on top of that, while cinnamon doesn't contain synthetic auxins like IBA or NAA, which you often find in rooting gels, it stimulates the plant's natural healing response, encouraging callus formation and root initiation. So it essentially works like a 2-in-1. This not only helps with rooting, but it also helps protect those roots as they develop. Next would be healing wounds on plants. Now, oftentimes when you top a plant or you fim it, it's gonna have some damage left there. And this does take a little bit of time to heal. Plants do regenerate, but they're not Wolverine. So in this case, oftentimes we'll have these plants potentially risk getting bacteria or infections within that open wound. Now, after high stress training like topping or fimming, your plants can create a natural barrier to seal the wound. Cinnamon speeds this up by acting as both a coagulant and an antimicrobial layer. It forms a dry protective crust over that open tissue, helping to prevent infections and decay while allowing the plant's natural hormones to redirect all that energy towards the lateral branch growth. This will lead to essentially a much quicker bounce back and a bushier structure, and of course, a lot stronger future growth. Now, an additional tip would be to use something like aloe vera or honey to mix in as well, so you kind of make a paste and put that on top of the wound. This will help seal it up even better. The next thing you can utilize cinnamon for is mold and fungus prevention. Now, you can utilize this around the seedling stage or in high humidity conditions. Essentially, you're just going to lightly dust the soil surface with cinnamon after watering the seedlings or the plant. You can also take that cinnamon powder, mix it in with 1 quart of warm water, steep it, strain it, and then use it as a light foliar spray. Now, of course, you don't want to do this during flower. If for some reason you have to, make sure you're avoiding hitting the buds directly and just stick to the leaves and the stems if anything. Cinnamon's antifungal properties come from compounds that disrupt fungal cell membranes and inhibit spore germination. In cultivation specifically, this is useful for preventing damping off in seedlings and powdery mildew in veg or flower. Cinnamon inhibits the growth of fungi without damaging the plant, unlike most of these harsh chemical fungicides. Studies actually show that cinnamon extract can reduce fungal growth by up to 80% in early stages. Using it on soil surfaces or as a preventative foliar, before flowers appear of course, gives you a safe and organic edge against those mold outbreaks. Cinnamon can also be used for pest prevention. Now, you want to utilize this by sprinkling around the base of the plant or within the grow tent. This works really well for stopping gnats and ants. For fungus gnats, you want to mix that cinnamon with diatomaceous earth or top dress the soil directly. Cinnamon just irritates the hell out of insects' respiratory system, and this can just really stop that invasion in your garden. It makes them not want to lay eggs in this environment because, again, they're not able to breathe very well. And number 5, you can use this for root health. Yes, cinnamon can also be used for root health, and it kind of makes sense when you're utilizing this to grow roots, so keeping the roots healthy as well. Seems like a no-brainer. You could add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon to a quart of warm water and let it steep overnight. Then strain it and use it as a light soil drench to clean the roots. Or if you're in hydro, you can use this to clean the root zone. Like we were saying earlier, cinnamon's antimicrobial. It helps prevent pythium and other pathogens that lead to root rot. And this is massive for those of us who are dealing with this in summertime or in big reservoirs or just struggling in general in your garden. Now, before you jump into the cabinet and go crazy, make sure that you're getting some fresh, quality, organic cinnamon. You're not overdoing it. You want to test this on a small leaf if you're dealing with foliar application and making sure that you're not going too hard trying to kill everything. When you're dealing with mold or pests, this is more of a treatment or a preventative measure more than it is a cure. If you're utilizing this as a foliar spray, too much of this could potentially clog up the stomata and lead to irritation with the leaves. So again, don't go too far with it. Find a nice medium. When you're dealing with pest prevention, you don't need to go so hard. But if you're trying to eradicate these pests, it may not be the move. If these tips help, but you think you may need a little bit more, check out this video up here because I think it may be that solution you're looking for. With that being said, it's your boy Rob, CLtv. Stay lifted. Peace.